Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot, back with the weekly forecast for Cancer for the week beginning the 7th of August 2017. Right, okay. The reason I'm laughing, have you seen this like over my shoulder? I'm babysitting at the moment. I'm babysitting my cousin's two dogs, and they're absolutely beautiful. They're absolutely adorable. But every time I'm trying to do my videos, they think because I'm sitting on the floor that I want to play, and they're just completely bombarding me. But they're bombarding me with love, so it's not a bad thing. But Cancer, I'm so sorry about that. This is your reading for the week beginning the 7th of August 2017. If anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The link is below as well. Okay, so straight into this week for you, Cancer. Right, expect changes. I mean, we are experiencing Mercury retrograde, we've got eclipse season and everything like that. So, you know, we can't expect it to be plain sailing. You know, it's like I say, it's not going to be. But this week, I really feel the basis of your week is change, or changes that you need to make. Okay. I feel that some of you could be experiencing breakups. Okay. But this could be a breakup that's happening now, or you could be looking back to a breakup that has happened in the past with somebody else, and actually really looking at what you want in your life and what your ideas of love are. I feel that there's a lot of looking back to the past is coming in this week for you, Cancer. But what I want to say with this, rather than actually looking at the relationship of the past, it's looking at who you were then. Okay. And I think you're going to be looking at who you were then and looking at who you are now, you know, and it seems to be that I don't think you're the person that you used to be. This, and I'm sorry for saying this. I'm not saying it in a bad way, but I'm saying that, you know, it's like maybe you have let the present sort of take over, or present problems take over, if that makes sense, because I really feel there's an opening of your spirituality this week, and I really feel there's a need for you to be who you truly are. Okay, to break out of this sort of shell that you've put yourself in. This is what they're showing me, or to break out of this sort of mask or suit that you've been wearing. You know, this might have happened gradually, but I really feel this week it's going to take you to, you know what, this is not me. I'm fun loving. I'm fabulous. Life is about living. And I feel that you could be actually thinking, God, I've just been existing, you know. So there's a realization coming this week. And I think this is where the changes seem to be coming in. It's like, it's a testing time for you this week. I feel you're going to be tested, and I feel you're going to look at what is it that makes you happy. That's it. Because I feel that it's like at the moment you might not be, but there seems to be some situation here which you may know is bad for you, but it's like you cannot stop, or you haven't been able to stop yourself from doing this. And I feel this week sees you distancing yourself from this, or protecting yourself in some way, pulling back. This is what I'm seeing, because what I'm seeing here is you're wanting the flow back. You're wanting the flow, and I really feel this is going to happen round about the eclipse. So when's that? Is that Monday? You know, it's going to stir a lot of things up for you as well. But I really feel you're going to tap into your wisdom. You could even meet some of your old friends. You could be invited out with them. And, you know, and you remember, when was the last time you laughed? When was the last time you proper belly laughed, you know? So this is it. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you who you should be, and getting back to that person, getting that vitality back, because at the moment there's an emptiness around you. It's like I say, they're talking about shells a lot, and it's like you seem like you are a shell of your former self, you know. So on the outside it might look the same, but on the inside it isn't, you know, and you're wanting to live this abundant life, you know. And abundance isn't always about money. It's the riches and the experiences that you have in your life. And for some reason, they've been being held back lately, you know. This could be your focus has been fully on work. Or this could be, you know, that you have just, I don't know, shut off to life in some way. But this week, it's sort of like, I feel these stirrings where you're, you know, it's like, right, I want to get on the path back to me. I feel if any of you are in a relationship, like I say, I feel there could be breakdowns or breakups this week as well, because it's like, you know, fighting doesn't serve you. And if you're having to fight for something or fighting to keep somebody around, you really need to look at what price are you paying for this. Because I feel your future, you cannot seem to look at your future at the minute because you are that bogged down with responsibilities that have been put on you. And this week is saying, you know, get back into magic mode, you know, get back into sort of feeling the magic, feeling your inner spark, feeling your creative self, and actually daring to dream as well, because this is what it's saying. Have you forgot your dreams along the way? What is it you really want to do? You know, have you been that busy trying to make yourself secure or make yourself this secure life that you've actually sort of crawled into a box and now you can't get out? So your wings been clipped in some way? This is what they're saying. And I feel if they are, this week is when you're going to say, right, okay, I want my freedom again. I want to fly high, you know, like I used to. This is what it's saying. I feel there is somebody around you who is quite controlling. I feel this is a female energy, and I feel that there's a little bit sneakiness around this, and I don't like it. Now, this could be, if you're male, this could be a partner, or it could be the mother of your children, because I'm seeing children involved in this in some way. This could even be somebody that's expectant, but there's an element of control in this, and there's an element of trying to keep you back. It's like I'm seeing sort of, you know, like a bungee cord. When you're trying to move, you keep getting pulled back into the same situation, but it's like this person is doing this, and this is causing a lot of confusion. And I feel this could be causing you to be who you aren't, you know. If you are female, this could be a false friend or something like that, that is, you know, that is sort of more of a manipulator than, do you know what I mean, a manifester. This is what they're saying. It's like stopping your manifestation by their manipulation. Okay, so I feel that there is a sadness linked with this, and it's like, I feel that you could be actually looking back, because you're looking back at your life here and looking back to the past. You could feel that you have been robbed of a couple of years, a couple of months, or something like that, you know. So I feel that there could be a little bit of resentment in here. It's like you suddenly realize, whoa, what have I been doing? You know, I've been blocked. I've been running on automatic. And I feel this is where this decision comes in, you know, where you need to say, this isn't good. I am not ready to be caged. I don't want that. You're a free spirit. You're a free soul, you know. But there seems to be that your confidence has taken a knock in some way. And it's, you know, it could be like you've been ground down, like little chips away at you. This is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this shell. It's like a plaster shell and being chipped away. And it's like, I don't feel you've seen this. It's like you've seen this, you haven't seen this happening. So you could be quite annoyed at yourself. But this is when you need to take time alone, take time by yourself this week to look at where it is you want to go. What dreams have you forgot? Are you happy in your current situation? Because you're a very loving soul, and ask, when was the last time you had fun? When did you have real sort of fun? This is it. It's all about belly laughs, you know. And it's like, you know, I feel that your social life has been filled with sadness in some way, they're saying, and it's been a struggle. You know, it's like life shouldn't be like this. There's a struggle, there's anxiety around and all of this, and you holding yourself back, you know. You need to push yourself forward, Cancer. You know, you have the security within yourself. Don't look for it in sort of places where it's a false sense of security. Fonts, they're saying the fonts there. I just heard like, hey, you know, that's it. You know, how cool were you? You know, were you like the fonts? Look at the fonts. He was like Teflon. He was that smooth. Everything just sort of, you know, like fell off him. But there seems to have been this fear that is stopping you from being the fonts. Right? Okay. And I feel like your emotions have been cut back in some way. But this, whatever this is, this looking back to the past is going to sort of like break you open in a way, but break you free. This is what I'm getting. So it's really good. And I feel that you have been like realizing where you have been being drained. Okay, so this is about bringing the balance back in. This is about believing in your hopes and dreams, believing that they still exist, you know, and believing that you're strong enough to go out and get them, and actually putting healthy boundaries up as well. I feel there's a lot of signs being shown to you as well this week, Cancer. And like I say, you know, big wake up call, but it's like, this is going to make a decision as well. And what I want to say here and what they're finishing off with is follow your heart, okay? Your true heart. Tap into your true heart. And what are your heart's desires? And, you know, are they, you know, they are within reach. You can get them. This is what they're saying, you know. So there's sunny skies coming for you, you know, but you've got to step out of that rain cloud. If you are inhabiting that rain cloud all of the time, then you're going to get the rain, okay? But remember, when we step out of that, that is when we get the rainbow. So this is what I feel. You can do it. This is like, you know, you can push yourself to a success and push yourself to get admiration that you deserve as well. It's like, I'm sort of seeing the universe like clapping you along here, you know. It's like, do a victory lap, because you can get out of this, you know, and you can get into this place of being your abundant self with all of these amazing, fantastic qualities. Okay. So I hope that makes sense to you. I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what we get with this. Yeah, the next 6 months are going to be very important for you, but I really feel once you find this happiness within yourself, which is what you will find when you get your freedom, and this is a beautiful, beautiful card. You know, again, like I say, there could be a child in this. You know, there could be a child in this, in this week. You could hear of a birth or a conception or something like that. But this is saying you will give birth to something new and something beautiful. An idea manifests and begins a new and wondrous journey. You are being blessed. So this is it. What do you want to give birth to if this is not a physical birth, you know? Because there's something needs to die in order for something to be reborn. I feel, Cancer, you know, but only you know what that is. So I hope that makes sense. Please let me know if it did. And if anybody would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. The link is below. And I'd love to connect with you. Okay, so I hope that made sense. Sat Nam.